Goodness crikey, bloody blimey, you read that right. The first major DLC for Planet Coaster 2 has just been announced, and it is the Sorcery Pack. Now, obviously, we've had a couple of DLCs prior to this in the form of the Thrill Seekers Ride Pack and the Vintage Ride Pack, but this is the first major DLC. Now, obviously, this is very inspired by the spooky DLC that we got in Planet Coaster 1, although I will say this is more kind of geared towards witches, wizards, magic. It's very Harry Potter inspired, which we'll come to later on with the rides that we get as well. But all looks really fantastic. I was very lucky to go to a first look event with the devs to have a little look around the park that you see in the trailer. And so we're just going to talk about what is new in this DLC and what we've got to look forward to. Now, the obvious headline is the Outamax LSM raid coaster, i.e. the Intamin Blitz. You guys have been very excited about that, speculating ever since we got the glimpse of it at the end of the Update 7 video. But it says here, blast forward, launch back and do it again, offering quick switch tracks and swing launches to propel your guests this way and that. This standout attraction brings a unique blend of engineering sophistication and adrenaline-pumping excitement to any park. So the example of this we see here is the typical swing launch. So the coaster moves along the track, reaches an incline and stalls. Behind you, the switch track has changed. You fall back, move along another section, stall again, launch section, and then you make it over the incline. Very crudely explained there by myself. I'm not a coaster expert, but I do know that this is a very, very highly demanded coaster and feature with the swing launch. So really, really happy to see that, mainly for all of you guys that have been asking for it. We've also got the Outamax bike and sidecar, so essentially the Hagrid's bike ride. Again, really cool to see. It's got a really famous switch track sequence again, which they've demonstrated here perfectly, and a drop section at the end as well, which is really cool. But again, the model for the bike and the sidecar look really, really nice. I think there's some really exciting stuff going to be done with both of those coasters that I'm excited to see. And then our last coaster is the Vector Child Coaster. Excitement for all mages. Very funny, very funny. This adventure is designed with younger riders in mind, with a friction wheel lift system. It's a gentle yet exciting introduction to coaster fun. And the devs did mention in the session we had about how this is particularly stripped back. It's very generic coaster car for you to do whatever you want with in terms of scenery and theming, which is really cool to see. It's really standard, simple coaster for those of us that aren't coaster experts, to put something together that works really nicely for whatever theme we're going for, which is really nice to see. Moving on to flat rides, we've got the Flying Theatre, which is really cool. It's kind of like a 4D experience. So it says, watch your guests take flight without leaving their seats. This awe-inspiring, immersive experience suspends guests in motion-simulated rows where every twist, dive and turn feels as if you're truly soaring through the air. So essentially, it's a cinema screen and you're lifted up on gondolas and they move around based on the movement. So I'm assuming there's going to be a selection of videos that come with the pack, and then on top of that they did say that you can bring in your own custom media as well, and then program the gondolas to do what you want to match the content, which is really cool. Again, I know there's going to be some really, really cool stuff that we're going to see from the community. It's one of those ones that kind of is quite daunting to take on, much like the Horror Heights. It's a lot of work because on its own it's kind of nothing. And you have to put the work in to make it into a full ride experience. So it's a lot of work to take on the task of creating one of these. But again, it'd be really cool to see what people do with it. And then our last flat ride is the Gale Force. Strap in for takeoff. Crank up the thrill with a ride on this swinging pendulum where guests are suspended by cables from a massive rotating arm. The gondola spins and swings with electrifying unpredictability, building speed and intensifying force, feeding every twist and tilt as each one delivers a surge of pure adrenaline. Goodness, they really hyped that one up. But yeah, really nice ride. Again, really stripped back and simple, allowing you to do what you want with it. Again, the devs showed us their own version where he'd skinned it in like a tree, using some new tree assets that come with the pack, which moves us on nicely to the sorcery theme. So it says here, step into a domain that feels steeped in magic, where castle spires and arched buttresses rise above candlelit courtyards, where gargoyle statues perch watching atop chimneys and domes, as Vesper, the brand new mascot, explores the winding alleys of the bustling town below. Glowing sigils pulse with energy, casting flickering light across cauldrons that bubble with mysterious concoctions, perfect for creating suspense along queue lines, alongside twisting arches and enchanting pathways. From every corner, the world hums with sorcery, inviting guests to uncover its secrets. This theme includes brand new scenery pieces, blueprints, VFX, and SFX, something that will ignite all imaginations. So there's a lot coming here. As it said, we got the Vesper mascot that comes in both masculine and feminine versions, which is lovely to see. Lovely little bit of realism as well, with the book isn't just levitating, it is connected by a rod from the hand, which is a nice level of realism I like to see with everything that comes with the game. They showed us quite a lot of the new assets, some of them very versatile, like brick pieces, wood pieces that will be used across multiple different themes, which is what we love the most as builders. Quite a few new animatronics as well. We saw there's some spellcasters with various different spells they can cast, and all very kind of Harry Potter-esque, you know, like the famous scene with the one battle. You can definitely recreate stuff like that, which is really cool. Lots of special effects as well. We saw some nice, like, kind of twisted, colourable smoke effects coming from the chimneys, which is really nice. Pairing some of those effects with the rotating platforms as well would be really cool. They did a lot of stuff with the new radial one, which, as you can imagine, is really good for kind of cauldron-based effects. But yeah, lots of really nice kind of spooky-esque assets for us to delve into. I did see a couple of, I did see a few returning items as well. So I saw one of my favourites, the little stone wall. That's definitely coming back, as well as many others, I'm sure, including hopefully the wooden beams. A few different types of wooden beams would be great to see. One of the main build sets they kept referring to was the Keep set, I believe they called it, which was what they used to create that massive castle in the centre of the park that you see, which that mixed with the ruin pieces, they're really nice, and it's going to be really useful. And again, quite versatile, not necessarily using it for just one theme. But yeah, some really, really beautiful parts for us to use. Mixing that with the new 3-axis grid rotation as well is going to open up huge possibilities for creating those kind of crooked, spooky streets. So really, really excited for all of this. They haven't mentioned a price yet. But for me, I mean, provided it's kind of under £15-ish, I think it'd be well worth the price for the amount that we're getting in this, especially considering that comes alongside the free Update 7 as well. But that's just my own opinion, and I'm just really excited to jump into this one. And as soon as I do, I'll definitely be putting something together to show you guys. My only real one complaint, if I had to have one, is I really, really did think we would see a Vekoma Madhouse. So, for example, Hex at Horn Towers, a rotating drum where you can attach scenery to it and create a ride sequence. It just seems so obvious to me, with the ability to attach scenery to rides, and now with the 3-axis rotation as well. It just is a no-brainer for me. Like, the ride system itself isn't too complex with their current systems to implement. And then, yeah, with the addition of adding scenery to rides, it's just an obvious choice for a ride, and it seemed perfect for this DLC, as for whatever reason, a madhouse is normally kind of themed to kind of a fantasy, dark, kind of spooky vibe. But I might be wrong. It might come later as part of a different ride pack or just normal DLC, but we will see. But that's my only real complaint, but that's just personal to me. So yeah, just to recap, with the Sorcery Pack, we'll be getting the Outamax LSM Raid Coaster, the Outamax Bike and Sidecar, the Vector Child Coaster, the Flying Theatre, the Gale Force, and then of course the whole Sorcery Scenery Pack. Really, really happy with what they've done here. They've put a lot of work into this after there was some backlash at the start with releasing the first DLC straight away at quite a high price. So they've obviously gone away and said, right, let's do this properly for our first major DLC. But yeah, I'm really happy with what they come back with. And if they follow suit in this style with all the DLCs, I think they're onto a winner. And we are too as players, because there's a lot that we're getting here. And I'm already excited to jump in and create something a bit spooky in the game. And so the DLC will become available on the 16th of September alongside the free update 7. But yeah, there we go. That is my kind of little overview of the Sorcery DLC. As I said, as soon as I get access to it and I can share it with you guys, I'll definitely be doing so. So make sure you are subscribed. I'm not just saying that to be annoying. I genuinely would like you to subscribe, if that's okay. Just think about it. Just not too hard, but just a little bit. Just think about it. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.